Let's dive into one of the most fascinating illusions in modern finance, the promise of instant payments. On the surface, it looks like money can move at lightning speed from one account to another, all with a simple tap or click. But behind the scenes, things aren't always as seamless as they appear. Sometimes, funds get stuck in a kind of digital limbo, waiting for systems to catch up or for banks to clear transactions. This gap between what we expect and what really happens is a clever trick that shapes our daily experience with money. Modern payment systems might seem fast and seamless, but behind the scenes, much of the infrastructure is surprisingly old. Banks and card companies often rely on legacy networks that can cause transaction delays, sometimes stretching over several days. These delays aren't just a technical hiccup, they actually allow financial institutions to profit by holding onto funds a little longer. While we tap our cards and expect instant results, the money's journey is slowed down by outdated systems. This hidden lag benefits banks, but it can be frustrating for customers waiting for their transactions to clear. When you send money online or tap your card at a store, it often feels like the payment happens instantly. In reality, what you see is just a confirmation, while the actual transfer of funds between banks can take hours or even days. This illusion is maintained by payment systems that authorize transactions quickly, giving both buyers and sellers confidence to proceed. Behind the scenes, banks and financial networks are busy verifying details and moving money through complex processes. So, while your payment seems immediate, the real journey of your funds is a bit more complicated and much slower than it appears. When you tap your card to pay, a series of quick steps happen behind the scenes. First, your card communicates with the payment terminal, sending your payment details securely. The payment processor receives this information and forwards it to the card network, like Visa or MasterCard, which then checks with your bank to make sure you have enough funds and that the transaction isn't suspicious. If everything looks good, your bank approves the payment, and the approval message travels back through the card network and processor to the terminal. All this happens in just a few seconds, making your purchase smooth and effortless. When a transaction is approved, it means the payment method has passed initial checks and the funds appear available. However, actual settlement is a separate step, where the money is truly transferred between accounts. This gap between approval and settlement can create challenges for businesses, as transactions might be reversed or delayed due to issues like insufficient funds or technical errors. As a result, companies need to manage their cash flow carefully and stay alert for potential discrepancies. Understanding this process helps businesses avoid surprises and maintain smoother financial operations. Today, merchants have access to a wide range of payment methods, from traditional credit cards to mobile wallets and online transfers. Each option comes with its own settlement times. Some payments are processed instantly, while others can take several days to clear. Fees also vary, with certain methods charging higher transaction costs or additional service charges. On top of that, reconciling payments can be tricky, especially when dealing with multiple providers and platforms. Understanding these differences is key for businesses to manage their cash flow efficiently and avoid unexpected surprises. In recent years, the sheer number of payment options available to consumers has grown dramatically. From traditional credit cards and bank transfers to digital wallets and buy now, pay later services, businesses now have to juggle a wide array of transaction types. While this diversity offers convenience to customers, it creates a real headache for companies trying to keep their financial records straight. Reconciling payments from so many sources can be time-consuming and prone to errors, making accurate bookkeeping more challenging than ever. As a result, businesses of all sizes are searching for smarter solutions to manage this new complexity. Delayed settlements can be a real headache for small business owners. When payments take longer to arrive, it often leads to cash flow problems, making it harder to pay suppliers or employees on time. This uncertainty can create stress and force business owners to make tough decisions, like postponing investments or cutting back on expenses. Over time, these challenges can affect not just the day-to-day operations, but also the overall growth and stability of the business. It's a situation that many entrepreneurs know all too well, and finding solutions is crucial for their peace of mind. When you make a payment or transfer money, it doesn't always arrive instantly. Banks and payment providers often take advantage of these delays. During the time your funds are in transit, they can earn interest or invest the money, even though you can't access it. Additionally, some institutions charge fees for expedited processing or for holding funds, which adds to their profits. So, while you're waiting for your transaction to clear, your money is quietly working for someone else. Payment delays are still a common headache, and a big reason for this is the legacy systems many banks and businesses rely on. These systems were originally built for a time before everything went digital, using batch processing that groups transactions and handles them at set intervals rather than instantly. As a result, payments can get stuck waiting for the next batch to be processed, which slows everything down. Modern technology offers faster solutions, but updating old infrastructure is a complex and expensive challenge. So, until these upgrades happen, many of us will keep experiencing those frustrating payment delays. Money has come a long way since its earliest days. From simple barter systems to coins, paper bills, and now digital currencies, each technological leap has reshaped how people trade and store value. These changes haven't just made transactions easier, they've also shifted power in the financial world. For example, banks and governments gained influence with the rise of paper money, while tech companies and startups are now challenging traditional players thanks to digital innovations. With every new development, some groups benefit while others have to adapt or risk being left behind. Digital transformation is moving at an incredible pace, reshaping the financial world faster than ever before. What used to take decades, like the shift from paper to electronic transactions or the rise of online banking, is now happening in just a few years. This acceleration means that financial institutions, businesses, and even individuals need to adapt quickly to stay relevant. New technologies and changing customer expectations are driving innovation, but they also bring challenges. Staying flexible and open to change has become essential in navigating this fast-evolving landscape. Today, more and more finance professionals and business leaders are finding themselves questioning the reliability of their own financial data. This crisis of trust often stems from complex systems, frequent manual errors, and inconsistent data sources. As a result, making confident decisions becomes challenging, and teams may spend extra time double-checking figures instead of focusing on strategy. The uncertainty can slow down business growth and even lead to missed opportunities. Understanding why this doubt exists is the first step toward restoring confidence in financial reporting. Month-end close can feel like a whirlwind, with teams scrambling to wrap up financial reports and reconcile accounts. Many companies still rely on manual processes, which not only slow things down but also leave plenty of room for error. Knowledge often gets trapped in silos, meaning only a few people truly understand certain steps, and much of this expertise isn't written down anywhere. This creates a risky situation where the absence of just one key person can throw the whole process off balance. In the end, these challenges make month-end close stressful and unpredictable for everyone involved. Many companies still rely on old financial systems that haven't kept up with modern needs. These outdated tools often require manual processes and specialized knowledge, which means only a handful of employees truly understand how everything works. When one of these key people leaves, the business can suddenly find itself unable to access important information or keep operations running smoothly. This creates a risky dependency and can lead to costly disruptions. Updating financial systems not only streamlines daily tasks, but also helps protect the company from unexpected setbacks. Financial operations are becoming increasingly complex as the number of transactions continues to rise and new payment methods emerge. Businesses now have to manage everything from traditional bank transfers to digital wallets and cryptocurrencies, all while keeping track of countless daily movements. This diversity brings both opportunities and challenges, requiring more sophisticated systems to ensure accuracy and security. As a result, organizations must adapt quickly to stay ahead in a rapidly evolving financial landscape. Today, the financial world is undergoing a major transformation. Real-time payments are making transactions faster and more convenient than ever before, allowing money to move instantly between accounts. At the same time, big tech companies are stepping into the finance arena, offering new services that challenge traditional banks. This combination is reshaping how we manage, spend, and even think about our money. Let's take a closer look at how these changes are creating a brand new financial ecosystem. New payment networks such as FedNow in the United States and UPI in India are changing the way money moves by enabling truly instant payments. Unlike traditional systems that could take hours or even days to process transactions, these platforms allow funds to be transferred in seconds, any time of day. This speed is a game changer for businesses, making it easier to manage cash flow, pay suppliers, and serve customers more efficiently. By reducing waiting times and streamlining operations, instant payments are helping companies adapt to a faster-paced digital economy. The impact is especially noticeable in sectors like retail and e-commerce, where quick transactions are essential. Big tech companies like Apple, Amazon, Google, and Meta are reshaping the world of finance in ways that go far beyond their original industries. Each of these giants is developing innovative strategies to manage how money moves and how they connect with their customers. For example, Apple has introduced payment systems and credit options, while Amazon is exploring new ways to facilitate transactions and offer financial products. Google and Meta are also investing in digital wallets and payment platforms, aiming to make financial interactions smoother and more integrated with their services. By doing so, these companies are not just providing convenience, they're also gaining more influence over the financial habits and choices of millions of people. Tech giants have several key advantages over traditional banks. Thanks to their advanced digital infrastructure, they can move quickly and adapt to changing market trends with ease. They also have access to vast amounts of user data, which allows them to personalize services and anticipate customer needs more effectively. Unlike banks, tech companies often face fewer regulatory hurdles, giving them more freedom to innovate. All these factors combine to make tech giants formidable competitors in the financial sector. In recent years, the amount of financial data generated every day has skyrocketed. With millions of transactions, market updates, and economic indicators constantly flowing in, it's become nearly impossible for humans alone to keep up. That's where artificial intelligence and automation step in, making it easier to analyze massive data sets and spot trends in real time. These technologies help financial professionals make smarter decisions faster, and they're now considered essential tools in the modern finance world. Without them, navigating today's complex financial landscape would be a real challenge. When businesses neglect to modernize their financial operations, several risks can quickly emerge. Cash flow constraints often become a major issue, making it harder to cover expenses or invest in growth. Outdated systems can also lead to excessive fees, whether from manual errors or inefficient processes. Decision paralysis is another challenge, as slow or unclear financial data makes it tough for leaders to act confidently. Finally, talented employees may seek opportunities elsewhere if they feel stuck working with old, frustrating tools. Imagine a retail chain that's expanding quickly, opening new stores and attracting more customers every month. But behind the scenes, their financial systems are stuck in the past, slow, error-prone, and unable to keep up with the pace of growth. As sales increase, manual processes lead to missed invoices, delayed payments, and even compliance risks. These issues can snowball, causing cash flow problems and damaging relationships with suppliers. In today's fast-moving market, relying on outdated financial tools can turn rapid success into unexpected setbacks. Manual reconciliation and spreadsheet errors are more common than we might think, and they can have serious consequences for organizations. When data is handled by hand or through complex spreadsheets, small mistakes can quickly add up, leading to financial losses or misinformed decisions. These errors not only cost money, but can also undermine confidence among team members and stakeholders. Over time, repeated issues can erode trust in the organization's processes and reporting. That's why many companies are looking for more reliable and automated solutions to keep their data accurate and their teams confident. Today, digital commerce is evolving at a rapid pace, but many businesses still rely on financial tools designed for a much earlier era. These outdated systems struggle to keep up with the speed, complexity, and global reach of online transactions. As a result, companies face significant risks, from security vulnerabilities to inefficient operations. If organizations don't adapt and modernize their financial management, they could find themselves left behind in an increasingly digital marketplace. The challenge is clear. Embracing new solutions is no longer optional, but essential for survival. Let's talk about two key strategies that are shaping the future of finance. First, embracing real-time payments means transactions happen instantly, making money transfers faster and more convenient for everyone. Second, automating financial operations helps businesses reduce manual tasks, cut down on errors, and free up time for more important work. Together, these approaches not only boost efficiency but also make financial services more accessible and reliable. It's all about making finance smoother and smarter for both companies and customers. Uber's introduction of instant payouts for drivers has transformed the way gig workers access their earnings. Instead of waiting days for payment, drivers can now receive their money within minutes after completing a ride. This real-time payment system not only boosts financial flexibility for drivers, but also makes Uber more attractive compared to competitors who still rely on traditional payout schedules. By offering immediate access to earnings, Uber helps reduce financial stress and fosters loyalty among its workforce. In the fast-paced gig economy, such innovations can be a decisive factor in attracting and retaining talent. Automation platforms like Blackline are changing the way companies handle their financial close processes. Instead of relying on manual spreadsheets and endless reconciliations, these tools streamline tasks, reduce errors, and speed up reporting cycles. This shift allows finance teams to spend less time on routine work and more time on strategic analysis and decision-making. As a result, professionals can focus on providing insights that drive business growth rather than just crunching numbers. It's a transformation that's making finance roles more dynamic and impactful than ever before. Recently, the world of finance has been undergoing a significant transformation. Instead of relying on traditional periodic reporting and manual reconciliation, companies are moving toward continuous accounting and real-time financial intelligence. This means that financial data is updated and analyzed instantly, allowing for quicker decision-making and greater transparency. The shift not only streamlines operations, but also helps organizations respond more effectively to changes in their business environment. It's a modern approach that makes financial management both more dynamic and more reliable. Several companies have seen impressive results after adopting financial automation. For example, some organizations have managed to cut their month-end close times in half, allowing teams to focus on more strategic tasks. Others report a significant drop in errors, thanks to automated data entry and reconciliation processes. Manual work, which used to take days, can now be completed in just a few hours. These success stories highlight how automation not only boosts efficiency, but also improves accuracy and employee satisfaction. In today's rapidly evolving world, financial transformation has become a key factor for businesses aiming to stay afloat and get ahead. With new technologies, shifting markets, and unpredictable economic conditions, companies need agile financial systems to respond quickly and make smart decisions. Transforming financial processes isn't just about cutting costs. It's about gaining better insights, improving efficiency, and supporting long-term growth. By embracing financial transformation, businesses can adapt to change, spot new opportunities, and build a solid foundation for future success. In short, it's an essential move for any company that wants to thrive in a competitive landscape. Today, we're seeing a growing divide between companies that embrace modern financial technologies and those that stick to traditional methods. Businesses that invest in digital solutions often gain speed, accuracy, and flexibility, making it easier to adapt to changing markets. On the other hand, companies that lag behind may struggle with outdated processes, which can slow down decision-making and increase costs. This gap isn't just about technology, it's about staying competitive in a fast-evolving business landscape. As the pace of innovation accelerates, the difference between leaders and followers becomes increasingly clear. Modern finance has truly transformed the way businesses manage their money. Thanks to advanced digital tools and real-time analytics, companies can now track their cash flow more efficiently and spot potential issues before they become problems. Automation helps reduce operational costs and minimizes errors, making financial data more reliable. With instant access to accurate information, decision-makers are empowered to act quickly and confidently. All these improvements mean that businesses can stay agile and competitive in a fast-paced market. Today, the world of finance is embracing a fresh mindset that revolves around continuous monitoring and intelligent automation. Instead of relying on old-fashioned periodic reports, companies now use real-time insights to guide their decisions. This shift means that financial teams can spot trends and potential issues as they happen, making business intelligence more dynamic and responsive. By integrating smart technologies, organizations are able to streamline processes and stay ahead in a fast-changing environment. Ultimately, this approach helps businesses make smarter choices, faster and with greater confidence. The idea of instant payments once seemed almost magical, but today, real-time finance is quickly becoming the new standard. Businesses now face a choice: adapt to these rapid changes or risk falling behind. Embracing real-time transactions means more transparency, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. As the financial landscape evolves, staying ahead could make all the difference. The question is, are you ready to lead the way?